Well, on to our next topic. So, Big Back Legion did an interview. And he was on a lying spree. He is definitely a pathological liar.
He's
Some of the
something.
things, he's something.
He's something. I don't know. I think it's worse. What is higher than that? Like
Delusional.
what is no, not for a liar. Pathological. It was something else she called him.
Well, to me, above pathological is delusional. That means you believe what you're saying. And I think he believed it.
The narcissist thing. It was another liar she called him. It's different types of liars.
I think she said he's not a dang, what was it called?
I don't
He
know.
said he's not a something, he's a pathological liar. I gotta think about it. But let's get it.
Chronological, something like that. Chronicle liar. Is that
Hey,
word? Is that word? Think of
hey,
it.
that's a shame. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I know something when you lie all the time, and then
Mm-hmm.
this one is lying because it gives you a feeling of in something. But I think I don't even know what she did later on. She said that his brother said that he has a mental condition, which is schizophrenic. Is my not
Compulsive.
compulsive liar? Yes, 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 yes. Compulsive. So he's not a compulsive liar. He's a pathological liar.
Okay, so a compulsive liar is somebody who generally knows right from wrong. A pathological liar is someone who lives with a false sense of reality. That's him.
That's him.
He's a
Yeah,
pathological liar. That's why she said that. That's why she said he's not a compulsive liar. He a pathological liar. I
yeah,
believe that he think that some of the stuff he be saying is real. But I have to say for my girl,
yeah, yeah.
you really was listening to some foolishness.
Yeah, she did, but she had already said
She was
she
ready to get married.
she was ready to get married. She had been in love before, and she had made it to where she was ready to get married, and she hoped and dreamed and fantasized that this was the one. And he charmed her into thinking he was the one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. But this weekend, he did a interview with a sit down with a YouTuber,
Mm-hmm.
and we should get into it
Let's
because
get into it. Let's get into lie number one.
like no, it was several lies. We can't even get into lie number one because it was several lies. We can get into a couple of them. First of all, this interviewer, I think he didn't get I think some things he couldn't touch on because Legion had told him not to. That's what I'm hoping, because he should have started from the beginning with the first lie and moved into the other lies, and he didn't. There's a lot of lies that he didn't touch on, and Legion still continued to lie through the whole thing. So the first lie, let me see, what was the first thing I posted? The first one is Legion said that he was a volunteer forklift driver. So let's get into that.
Were you ever like a forklift driver? That's what somebody was mentioning. The charity work that I used to do.
Is it
I
turned
had a
up? I
forklift
can't hear.
license.
You can't hear? Yeah, it is turned up. Let me go into. Yeah.
You just said he was a volunteer forklift driver.
The screen. Okay, so I'll just explain to him what he said. He said that he was a volunteer forklift driver.
Oh, your video ain't gonna play loud.
No, it's not, because I recorded it from the television instead of recording.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we can still play it.
Because the charity
Oh, we ain't gonna be able to hear.
trucks, and they send them to disaster areas. So I
Let's
learned to
see.
drive a forklift doing that kind of work, and then I got a license to do it. I even got a license to train other people to do it, but that was charity work.
Look at his face.
Doing charity work, me feeding.
This girl got all the
She got all the parts.
I mean, I'm finna send them like this the one that you're trying to play. Then you can click on her page and kind of pick the ones you want. Let's see if hers is louder.
Because I was too busy yelling at the screen to do all. Okay, here we go.
When you first met her, do you feel like it started off about money?
No, absolutely not.
I was gonna say, because like when you were talking about the job and everything like that, it was just casual conversation. It wasn't like, hey, look, I got all these big things coming up, and this is what my situation is now, but this is what it's gonna be. You don't think that like none of that played into y'all's relationship at first?
No, I mean, I told her in the beginning my job was demanding at times, and it was. And then I did charity work on top of it. And it was something that I wanted to do. My grandfather used to do it, and he got me into
your grandfather.
A guy that two gentlemen that are not my brothers, but I call them my brothers. A long time ago, both of them like just looked out for me, and because when my father died, they just stepped in like father figures, but they're like big brothers to me, and they did some of the same charity work. So I just wanted to lend a hand and help them help people, and it's just something good to do. Ain't nothing better than helping people who need it.
When you first
now, what they had to do with your job? Like what they had to do? What you telling? Click on her page. Look at how many parts she put up there.
I mean, she put every part, and she put it headlining it for you.
That's how I was able to click on charity work job.
Oh my God.
But he said about his job. So what did you get paid to do is what he should have said. Like
exactly.
Like and he wasn't following up for him to actually answer the question, because you told me about your granddaddy. You got up there acting like Fanny. I know a lot when I see it. Like you got up there talking about your granddaddy just like she got on that stand talking about her daddy.
Yeah.
When somebody asks you a blank, easy question, what was your job? Well,
she was a lawyer. She knew what to do to get around.
Yes.
He is a liar. He knows what to do.
He know what to do to get around. He know what to do. He said his grandfather taught him that, and then went to two people that kind of raised him, and he just wanted to do what they was doing, and the boy just gone to the next thing. Like, no, sir. What was your job title?
That was the whole interview, and that's when I said, I called you, and I was like, I'm glad he didn't take our offer to come to our show, because he would have left.
He would have been like, power went out.
He would have hung up on us, because I was yelling at the screen the whole time. And kudos to the interviewer, because you could tell he knew he was lying.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted to keep the interview going, so he had to calm down and ask the next question and move into the next question. It couldn't have been me.
Another one. What was another lie he told?
It would have had to be face to face for me and him. He would have had to come to the house and sit down and have a conversation, because he wasn't gonna get out of this lie. So let's see. I mean, they was all lies. It was all lies.
It was no truth.
She wanted to live a bigger life than I was planning on living. What are you putting into this? She wanted to live a bigger life than I was planning on living. What are you putting into this? Her car that she was driving at the time was trash. What happens if I lose my job? I get sick. I get this. I get that. You spend money every day. You step out the door.
He's telling the family that I stole his money.
I'm trying to be financially smart, because you just go out and spend and spend and spending, and you only putting a quarter back.
She said, one thing you need to know about Legion. She said, whatever he tells you, it is a lie.
That's not it. And she did it for likes.
I thought I knew,
but I truly had no idea who the fuck I married.
So, and you know what? I'm going to like her because she gave him credit. She said, "Go watch the full episode." She put it on her page, so she did do that.
Did
Kudos
she
to
tag
her.
him too?
Kudos to her because a lot of y'all TikTokers out here won't do that. But so kudos to her. He speaks on.
My name is
No,
Jerome
please go to the
McCoy.
house that he said he had.
Oh, the house. Where did you
Right
say
here.
that
He didn't pass it.
Where?
Next to the red one. Go one more time.
Okay.
Legion
So
had a
the
house.
apartment is just the apartment I lived in during the week doing work. I lived.
That background music be killing me. When you put that background music in the back, that means it's a lie. Okay.
Other side of Atlanta. So for me, going to the house, this was 5 minutes versus driving an hour and 10 minutes with traffic to my house.
So you already had a house?
Yeah.
I love the way
that
you
wasn't
said it.
mentioned
So
in the
you
story.
already
I
had
don't
a
know if
house?
you know that, but
Yeah, I know.
yeah, she said that all you had was the studio apartment. So you had a house and a studio apartment.
Yep, stayed at a studio apartment through the week because traffic in Atlanta is horrible and trying to get home and get back and wearing out. I'm wearing myself out in the afternoon getting off work. And I'm in the car for 2 hours. Where a studio apartment, 15 minutes. She lived in Riverdale. I actually lived in Douglasville. But the job was in what is that?
What is that? Duluth?
Like Duluth area.
Oh.
You don't know where your job is at?
Don't know. Can't remember.
You can't remember where you work?
He was trying to pick different parts of Atlanta so he could make it seem like an hour. He was like, my house was in Douglasville. She lived in Riverdale. The job was in Duluth, and the studio was in Midtown.
2020 wasn't that long ago.
Mm-mm.
And you don't remember where your job was at?
Mm-mm.
Boo.
He was shortly driving at the public distribution center.
You think that's where he was at?
I don't know where they at. They at Duluth or the Cooler.
The Cooler, which is
Okay.
it's right. It's what 10 minutes from Duluth.
Mm-hmm.
Still, why Midtown? Why you have a condo in Midtown?
He lying.
Why you in Midtown?
Well, and let him tell it. He said, actually, he all mixed up because he said that the studio was 10 minutes from the job.
So that's not 10 minutes. Midtown ain't 10 minutes from the Cooler or Duluth. It ain't 10 minutes.
He said it was traffic going through there. Maybe he's saying he had to go through there from Douglasville. I don't know where the studio at. Go ahead.
He said, no, but see, he said it was a 2-hour drive
from the house
to Riverdale.
Oh, to Riverdale. Okay.
I can get that. From Riverdale to Duluth, it could be a 2-hour drive if you go and do rush hour. It could be a 2-hour drive. But Midtown is not 15 minutes to Duluth.
Right.
Nowhere. It could be, and hold on. During COVID, it wasn't no traffic.
I wish wasn't nobody even out.
Look on the map, Duluth and Douglasville is far, and Clayton County, Riverdale is farther. So it was easier for me to get this studio apartment, be there during the week, because I would be at work sometimes 8 o'clock, and then having to drive home, get up, make that drive, this studio apartment. And a couple people that work with me, we all did the same thing. We all rented out of this building because it was easier for a lot of them.
So y'all rented out the building?
They all rented out the same.
Oh, in that building. Okay.
Midtown, because it's in Midtown, so it's probably the high rises.
He said he didn't quarantine with us. So where he said he was at?
Oh, listen to this. I remember this part.
The story where she said that we quarantined together during the pandemic. And I need to clear that up because during the pandemic, like we're Zooming and we FaceTime. I got her into using Apple products, iPhone, and we FaceTime. During the pandemic, she worked from home. I still had to get up and go to work. And because people at my job were coming down with COVID left and right, I didn't think it was a good idea for us to physically see each other because COVID in Atlanta was horrible. The city was shut down. I'm not an essential worker, so our job had to apply for us to be able to be out in the morning. So I would have to get up in the morning time, go to work, and come home. I don't want to be around somebody, and I'm around people all day long. They've been out in the community moving around. So if I got sick, I'm gonna get her sick. So during the pandemic, when she said that we were together, yeah, we were talking, we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but we were not in the same house together. It was almost 5.5 months that I didn't physically see her. I saw her like I'm seeing you. I didn't spend any time in that house with her because I didn't want to get her sick if I got sick.
So y'all weren't quarantined together?
No. The story.
He
See,
said,
should have said, okay, what about the pregnancy? She got pregnant before 5 months. He said 5 months he didn't see her. She got pregnant. She was pregnant in May. Quarantine was in March. They started dating in March. They got married in January.
What's going on here? He
You
said
didn't
his
see
job had to apply for him to come outside.
He what?
He said his job had to apply for him to come outside.
Oh yeah, now they did. Essential workers they didn't have to apply, but you had to have a letter in order to travel. You know, Georgia tried that, but it didn't work, child. Police officers were supposed to have been pulling people over to check and see if they had letters to go to work. Yep, we had to do that.
Who's that?
Yeah, my workers had to do that because we
Yeah,
were
I was driving all through the city. Nobody pulled me over.
nobody pulled people over, but it was a curfew. Georgia had a curfew put in, and my workers, we had to write up a letter for the workers that work for me.
Well, where was I at during COVID?
Well, you wasn't a worker. You was you was doing what you do now.
But I mean, I was outside. Nobody said
You went outside during the day. At nighttime,
outside at nighttime.
Curfew. Yeah, we had a curfew, and if you was out past that curfew, you had to have that paper showing that you was going to work, that you was an essential worker.
Interesting.
You could go out during the day, but you couldn't go out after the curfew. And then when the whole Black Lives Matter thing kicked in, they definitely put a curfew.
Now, I remember that curfew for the Black Lives. I just don't remember the quarantine curfew and all that. I don't remember no letter to go outside because I was in these streets.
No, you wasn't. You was scared of COVID.
No.
Yes, you was.
And never had it.
Never had it because you were scared of it. But anyway, let's move on. What else is he talking about? His financials.
I told her in the beginning,
Use it.
pretty much everything about me. And I told her there's certain things I wasn't going to discuss with her because I felt like as a girlfriend, not your business. How much money I make, not your business. My exact finances, not your business. She knew for a fact I had money because, again, I bought dinner. I did everything. I told her.
You must have bought dinner. You bought what?
Just because you bought dinner does not mean you have money.
Let me just say this. The background and the door let me know that Legion ain't never had no house and no studio at the same time. You feel me? Like, let's just click on a video and look. Where are you at? You're in Atlanta and you're in a 1950 house. You got to be, because I don't know what's going on. Do you want to sell? Call me.
No,
because
we are not selling to Legion.
This needs to be renovated. Can we click on a picture? Can we click?
Okay.
I just
for a
do you
fact,
see
I had
what's
money
going on
because,
here?
again,
Where are we at in the house?
I told her in the beginning,
I go in houses all the time. This is a nice
pretty much everything about me.
door.
And I told her there's certain things I wasn't going to discuss with her because I felt like
How much you had
as a girlfriend, not your business. How much money I'm.
But as a wife, when do you bring up financials? Girlfriend,
He was a girlfriend.
Dating, not your business. When we in a relationship for a period of time, we out looking for houses to be together. Here's the thing: you say financials is not your business, but you talked about her credit, saying her credit was bad.
I mean, but how did we get married without talking about financials? Because you bought dinner. What was you buying? What kind of dinner was you buying?
Cheesecake Factory.
He said she know I had money because I bought dinner.
Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory. This lady got look.
But
I hope it went because she got this one right here. She got 1.4 million views. When you go to his full interview, he has 227,000 views. That's it.
where's that? On YouTube?
YouTube.
Oh, and
Like,
you saying he don't have? Did he cut it up on his page like this?
I don't think so.
I mean, it took. What I will say this: it takes a lot of time to cut this up like this.
It does.
Like, and how many followers she got?
Who, her?
Yeah,
She got over 1 million now. Oh, she got 4. I'm gonna say she only got 689 followers, girl. Oh no, she got 460.
she got 400. Okay, so she getting paid for making content.
9 million likes now. She got 9 million likes now.
She getting paid for making content, and this took all day for her to cut this mug up. I mean, she got a lot of videos up here with captions. She has
Just got that TikTok thing on there. She ain't get paid for that.
She has turned her TikTok into recitals. I don't know what it was beforehand, but
yeah, she did.
Yeah, like all these videos after this is
Risa Tisa's ex-husband, which apparently
she went
and
February 22nd. She started, and I bet you she ain't had no followers until February 22nd.
Probably not.
Yeah, she did. She turned her, and she getting paid off of this.
Yeah, she done turned it, and so if you willing to do the work, and then hey, you reap the benefit. It take a lot to do all this.
It does. It does. I've been doing it now for maybe a month, and I'm like, I'm about to quit. Okay, because it takes a lot of work to do that. She had to watch every little piece to go to. I commit.
I'm gonna cut this piece and name it this. First of all, she got superior storage because this is a lot. I can't even get one episode of a show without my phone saying storage full. So sick of these iPhones.
Yeah, she
I need
did.
a whole separate work phone, a TikTok phone. I need a TikTok iPhone just for TikTok.
They want you to buy the 15, child. They want you to go get the 15.
Do it got more? Do it? What? It come with 1 ton already?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They have one that has the 1 ton, which is more expensive. The 1 ton, and then you'll get the iCloud. That'll last you for 2 years, and then that's it. And then, but you also got to understand when you get a new phone, everything from your old phone come over. So you got all that stuff you got.
As soon as you boot it up, get to recording it, but like storage full. Just bought this mug.
Yep. Yeah, they do that. Yeah.
Then as soon as the new phone come out, now all of a sudden your stuff moving slow. My phone says time for update 17.3.5 something. One of these updates trying to update. But
yeah,
lies Legion had.
He lied about everything she pointed out in her story. He had a rebuttal.
Take me to San Diego with the friends.
Okay. Oh, that was on my page.
I'm sure she got it.
Yeah, page. Will you see it? Mental health, happened at the hospital, birthday.
That's football over there.
Right up there.
She got a couple footballs. Here we go. San Diego College, right under, over right there to your right.
Okay. But San Diego State, yeah. But everybody I went to college with, yeah, they. The funny part about this story, I heard more from them, like, because a lot of them at the time, like, I told you not to marry that girl. But yeah.
Why would they say I told you not to marry that girl? Like, why would they say that?
Give no reason. He just wanted to say something.
Yes, she knew about it. She saw highlights, student pictures, me on all kind of stuff. But again, But San
Okay,
Diego
that wasn't
State,
it.
yeah, but
What's the next
No,
one?
let's go to mine. This is good.
Is it the
Mine.
one before?
We'll come back to her. We'll come
Is
back.
yours gonna be loud if we can't hear it?
Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't record. I didn't do the screen record. Yeah, let's go back to her. I didn't do the screen record because I wasn't going to do all that. I was not.
When you first met her,
It was
you
the
felt
next one though. It says student. There is no record of student at right to the right. Right.
San Diego State, yeah, but
one more time to the right.
Student policy is very strict. And we were told about that before I graduated. Student policy was changed, and it's very, very strict. If you are not alum, they're not gonna. It's just their student policy is to keep from basically.
Somebody said, "Why is this not in the hospital being studied?"
But you said if you're not an alumni, they ain't gonna tell that you went there. So you saying they'll put the alumni in danger.
Yeah, well, if you're not alumni, they're not going to share it with an alumni if you're not alumni. So if you're alumni, you can get information. If you're not alumni, you can't get information. That's what the lie he's saying.
He's saying if you were alumni, they'll tell you about if somebody went there. But if you're not, then they won't tell you.
Yeah.
So he's saying a San Diego alumni can call and ask about him, and we can get to the bottom of it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Keep everybody safe. Keep people from not having shootings on campus. San Diego State is a place where they push your education. They may not be big on sports all the time, but they want you to grow, progress. And everybody I know, I went to school with out there, Jennifer, Henry, my friends, like we all have done well because of what they taught us.
Jennifer, Henry, we all done well.
Student policy is very strict.
Who the hell is Jennifer and Henry? Who? Somebody please tell me.
It's funny just the way he said it. He said they want you to do well, like Jennifer and Henry, we've all done well. Who? Why you didn't call up Jennifer and Henry if you wanted us to know about them? What class was this? Because I need to go look and see was there Jennifer and Henry even there. He don't know no damn about his line ass.
He's around the same age as you, right? So I don't know.
What's his reason for not showing up in the records? What's the one all the way to the right?
Wait a minute, hold on. Let's do this one.
For me, I probably still could have played, but I kind of outgrew it. I got tired of the hustle and bustle of it all, and I became more of a fan than the athlete. And at that point, it was time to do something else, and I did. For me,
she didn't get the part when he was like, I rode the bench, and they getting refunds of
it might be the next one. She did little clips. Go up all the way to the right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, right here.
You said she's seen highlights and stuff like that from San Diego. Is that something you can share as far as like highlight or a picture of something that you play? Because she's basically saying, hey, that never even happened. You said she's seen highlights,
small snippets.
A lot of people, and I was asked not to because this has brought a negative light on the school. People who go there brought negative light on people I work with. Now, my brother, his job, my other brother, his job, my family, my aunts, my uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, children, everybody. So
what about the arena league? Do you have like a picture or something from there that
I told you before when I talked to the owner of the team, he asked me, hey, because you got fans returning tickets because of this stuff with Teresa. I'm not going to stop another football player from eating.
Why they returning tickets? You ain't even know.
Legally, I had to sign paperwork that I wouldn't.
What, like disclose like the teams you were on?
I was asked not to. Because you had people, it wouldn't have gotten that far, but you had people, and as it was told to me, you got people who jumped on and said, oh, it's going to be a 2B movie. Oh, it's going to be Netflix. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. And it's not true. But the point is, you got people, you got owners of a team. I'm not going to be portrayed in a bad light. They don't want to be. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause that means they got to answer questions. And again, it took me so long to do a response video because I had people come to me and say, not just you, some other people say to me, hey, let me get your side of the story, but they weren't credible. A digital creator. A digital creator, no, we're not, you're not telling the truth. I had to look you up before we did this to see. I had a cousin offer me to do something, but I'm like, nah, you might be in it for money too. And that's not the case. I'm not here for money. If I make money off this video, a lot of
As far as the
What's going on here? What are we talking about? Like, I mean, we went
He had a
from
response for every question, everything that man threw at him.
he needs some medication. He needs some medication. That man said, I signed a disclosure because people was refunding their tickets. You don't even play. What would people be refunding their tickets for? Let's be realistic. let's be realistic here, sir.
And
you're
why
not on the team.
On these tickets, and we don't know what team he played on.
He talking about, y'all know my cousins, my nieces and nephews. How we know them? We don't know who your niece is or who your nephew is. This man is crazy.
He is. He is.
They said it's a 2B movie they trying to make, and they don't want to be shown in a bad light. Why would the arena be shown in a bad light? For her? Like, what? I don't understand. This man ain't never played no arena football.
He ain't never played high school football. I mean, the lies.
And he got a girlfriend, like,
and she was in the corner talking throughout the interview. She will mumble.
I got to call him up and see, can I come over? I need a face-to-face. I got to do a Gayle King. Is that a name?
Yes.
I got to do a Gayle King interview.
You not know Gayle name.
I know Gayle, but I just wasn't sure if it was King, if I made that part up in my head. Gayle. Yeah. I knew it was Gayle though. But I got to do an interview. Like, I got to sit down in the 1950 house with the girlfriend and get to the bottom. Did she cut out for some kids? Clearly. Go to bed. Go to bed.
It's 9 o'clock now. He's saying his head hurt.
Go to bed. It won't hurt no more. Time to lay down. Drink you some water.
That's what you need.
Yeah, I got to. He probably done changed his number, but at the peak of this, I could have found his number.
Oh wait, we're going to, because he crying. Hold on. Okay, we paused. We back. So yeah, so Legion did a 2.5 hour, almost 3 hour sit down with this young man who endured this for 3 hours, this live for 3 hours. You can go to his page and watch it. You can go to that young lady page and get the bits and pieces if you want to do it that way. But he's still lying. He's loose. He is loose and he is still lying. He is still spreading his lies.
Yes, he is. But you know